Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and we are back with another long overdue new and indie. So let's go ahead and get started because I've had all of these for a pretty solid minute. I'm not going to go in any order. I'm just going to go in the order that they're around me. So from the house of Hez Parfums, it's Hez Parfums Rue de Oud. You guys already know his stuff is all based on New Orleans. And this is the Hez Parfums 1-year anniversary release fragrance. As you know, the first one was Bourbon Street. So this is a flanker to Bourbon Street. This special release adds raspberry, rose, incense, and musk, adding a sweet fruity essence, floral elegance, smoky allure, and deep comforting base. Rue de Oud marks our 1-year anniversary, our 1 year of artistry and innovation in the world of perfumery for Hez Parfums. Once it's gone, it's gone. So it's a true limited edition. The notes in this are raspberry, apple, cinnamon, rose, tobacco, bourbon, tonka bean, sandalwood, cedar, vanilla, incense, and oud. Now, what does this smell like? I wore this once for my walk. And this smells like just a really fruity oud. And by oud, I don't mean funky oud, just so you guys know, because I don't like that. I think everybody knows I don't like that, but it just smells really fruity. Like, I'm smelling the raspberry right now. Yeah, and then the spices and everything. So I really like it. I think obviously anything with oud's not going to be my exact cup of tea, but I know my friends that like oud are big fans of this one because, again, it's oud. But for me, it's more like fruity with like a really woody base because, again, oud to me, I think always in my head, I think that it's funky, and the way that this comes off, like I would actually wear this, and I have worn it. It's got like a really nice fruitiness to it, and as you know, like if you've smelled Bourbon Street, it is a really strong one. You can smell it through your clothes if you spray under. This has that same thing because I sprayed it and then it was really cold out, so I had a jacket on and it was going through the jacket. So it's got that same performance. I really like the fruitiness to this. So it's a little bit more playful than Bourbon Street. I really like Bourbon Street too because I feel like I love what it does. So this one, again, a 1-year anniversary. If you want to pick it up, I'd recommend doing it before they sell out. If there's any codes or anything, I'll link them down below. Next. So I have one new house here and I'll talk about it at the end. So before we go into that, let's do from the house of City Rhythm. It's City Rhythm Sultry. I haven't grabbed my bottle yet, but I wanted to do this video because I feel like I've already delayed it too much. Sultry is in the Rhythm line. So far the Rhythm line has Rhythm, Pulse, Tempo, and now Sultry. So this one, in my opinion, is like, okay, so Pulse is, again, in my opinion, the more feminine counterpart to Rhythm, which comes off a little bit more masculine. They're all unisex. However, I'm just telling you what I smell. Sultry, in my opinion, is kind of like the more feminine counterpart to Tempo. So Tempo, the way that that's used, I think Sultry kind of does the same, but on a more feminine level. Although, ironically, I feel like I know a ton of women that own Tempo. So this just does something a little bit different. Even the bottle is red instead of, or the juice is red instead of blue. Let's talk about the notes. It's definitely a very cherry prominent fragrance. So you have cherry liqueur, Davana, pistachio blossom, soft rose, caramel, almond, cinnamon, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, and sheer musk. I definitely get musk from this. It doesn't come off gourmand to me, and I feel like I should mention that. I get more cherry florals, the Davana. Definitely musk and sandalwood. And then the almond. I feel like cherry and almond oftentimes go together. So cherry liqueur, almond. It kind of works the same. The cinnamon is in there. It's definitely not cinnamon prominent though. Like, in my opinion, you're going to get cherry liqueur, almond, musk. Those are the three that I pick up the strongest. And then the florals. So I think it's sexy off my skin. I definitely love how it wears. I think anyone that's a fan of the cherry note is gonna like it. And you already know his stuff is really strong, so it's gonna last and you're gonna get really good performance from it. But I really like how it wears on the skin, and I really like the City line. Sorry, I really like the Rhythm line. The City line is the line that gets like a lot more attention, but I wear Rhythm and Tempo more than I wear any of the City line. And I have, I think, all I have, okay, let's say this. I have at least a travel atomizer of every scent that that house has created, because I started with him from the beginning and I liked Miami and Manhattan a lot, so I kind of just kept going. And I get to smell his stuff in person because he's done Glamcation 2 years in a row. Now from City Rhythm has done Glamcation 2 years in a row. So I always get to smell everything. So sometimes I have actually already smelled it before it's released. So I'll order it right away because I already know I like it and I've tried it on skin and stuff. So this one, again, I think it leans feminine. I think there's been more responses from the females, but I also noticed in the Facebook group that multiple men said that they really loved how it wore. So I would say, although I think it leans a little bit feminine, I think a lot of guys aren't too shy to wear it. And I guess a lot of feminine fragrances sometimes smell better on men. I have a friend that wears floral fragrances and he said he gets way better reactions than when he wears his traditionally masculine fragrances. So if you've tried this one, I would say comment down below, especially if you're a male and you've tried this one, because obviously I can only give the female experience. So if anyone has an experience that they can share, comment next. All right, so we've talked about this house before. From the house of Transcendent Parfums, it's Transcendent Parfums Dark Horse. Okay, I'm gonna read the notes to this one. This is a nice cold weather scent. So you have apple, bergamot, lavender, saffron, labdanum, and coffee. Heart notes of jasmine, violet, geranium, leather, and incense. And in the base has vanilla absolute, pepper, benzoin, agarwood, gaiac wood, and patchouli. Now, I honestly feel like some of these darker notes like leather, incense, and the woodier notes prevent this for a cold weather fragrance from getting too sweet, which I really like. I love how the leather is used in this, and I love how I like the kind of the combination between the leather, I don't know why I keep saying leather, the leather and the lavender. And obviously I love apple and everything. So, you know, when you have apple and apple and benzoin, for me, those are like the start of a nice cold weather fragrance. Now they add lavender and leather and stuff like that. Honestly, it's really balanced. It's got a good bit of woodiness to it. It's got like some resins to it. I like it. I feel like it kind of takes like a lot of these cool weather scents and brings the best from each of them. And it's a really good wear and it's strong. These indie houses, if you guys aren't wearing indie, they usually make their stuff pretty strong. Like they're mostly extraits and they project. So they're really easy when you're going for a cold weather scent. Getting something from an indie house is gonna be a lot better in terms of performance than pretty much anywhere else, including the big niche houses, because not all of them are using the amount of oils that these indie houses are using, because I just feel like there's more attention to detail. Especially when it comes to the scents. Now their presentations, you know, obviously they may not be as elaborate as some of the big niche houses. However, the juice itself, it always performs. Like, I don't even think that there's too much competition. I think if you've tried any indie fragrances, you know that they perform. This one is no different. You have a really quality fragrance that performs. It's definitely playful in terms of who can wear this one, just because I do want to get into that a little. This one leans a little bit more masculine in my opinion. I think anyone can wear it. I don't think it's marketed towards anyone. I think most niche and indie fragrances are typically gonna run unisex. If you like it and if it wears well on your skin, just buy it. But I think it runs maybe a little bit masculine because it has some of those darker notes. But I think it's a really nice workhorse, pun intended, fragrance, and it's gonna blast through the cold. So in my opinion, I actually think out of all of his cold weather scents that I've tried, this one is my favorite. Again, I really love apple. I love lavender, and I love the way that he kind of brought in the benzoin and the resins into this fragrance. And I kind of like that nice woody backbone that it has. You will definitely smell the incense in this, because I feel like sometimes they add incense and you're like, I don't smell it, but there's definitely a nice incense in this, which makes it more appropriate for nighttime. And I do think that it is a cold weather evening scent. So this one I think is pretty nice. And again, I do think it's my favorite cold weather scent from this house. Next. Okay, so this last one is gonna be available, I believe, this week. Right now he's only on Facebook. He doesn't have a website yet. This isn't even the real bottle. So from the house of Profumo di Toti, it is Oh Yes. So I'm just gonna show you the label. This isn't how the bottle is gonna look. This is just the tester bottle. So we're really just gonna talk about the scent more. This is an aquatic scent. It's gonna be the second from the house. Well, the second fragrance from the house, but not the first aquatic, I believe. Top notes are C notes, strawberry, vodka, pineapple, bergamot, and grapefruit. Mid notes, lavender, water notes, geranium, white musk, saffron woods, and in the base you have amber, moss, strawberry vine, sandalwood, and ambroxan. So when I sprayed this, I don't know what it is, maybe because I'm super into aquatics right now, I immediately loved it. And by the way, I do smell the strawberry in this, and I don't know if like I'm smelling the strawberry and remembering strawberry I've smelled in another fragrance, but I love it. And I sprayed this one just on skin, and then I went for my walk, and I could just keep smelling it. I love this fragrance. I really dig this. When it comes out in a regular bottle, I'm definitely gonna order it. Yeah, I think it's a really, really nice fragrance. Again, if you like aquatics, for me, it's like a little bit different while having that nice mass appealing DNA. So I think it's got to be that that strawberry that's making it different. Obviously, it's got the C notes. That's what you expect from an aquatic. A lot of those notes, like, you know, the musk. Saffron is a little different. You don't really typically get saffron in aquatics, but I feel like it does. It has, he puts his own spin on an aquatic, so it's definitely not like your run-of-the-mill thing. I really like this one. Like, I have said this before, indie houses need to do aquatics more often, because any indie aquatic that I've ever smelled, which is not a lot because they don't exist out there, they're becoming a little bit more popular, but I would say about a year and a half ago, there really wasn't too much in that field. Indie aquatics are the best because they perform, they have that nice mass appealing DNA, but they smell unique enough to be something that's gonna set you apart from the crowd, but they smell so good. And again, an aquatic that performs, you're really only gonna get that from an indie house. Aquatics don't typically perform that well. Now, there are gonna be some that do, so don't be like, well, how about this one? Okay, fine. But as a rule, typically aquatics don't perform that well. Indie aquatics definitely perform better. And again, this has like a strawberry note. It just makes it different. I want to see more indie houses have their own aquatic because I just feel like they do them so much better. A spin on an aquatic that makes it more unique. I don't know. I just think it's great. They're like kind of my favorite. Whenever I see an indie house come out with an aquatic, I'm immediately drawn to it because they do such a good job. If you've tried any of these, comment down below. If there's some that I need to try, also comment those down below. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!